Okay, the quadratic formula. This is just another method to find x-intercepts. So far, we've learned two methods. Who can remember them both? First method, what did we do? Like 2 tests ago. Factoring. The next one, Drew, what was the test after that?
Oh, I had stakeholders.
Completing the square. You didn't have to do that.
Got it.
Thank you. Completing the square was the next method. And then, today, you're going to learn how to use the quadratic formula. Now,
What do we do over the They all printed out, but they want to move.
you like learning quadratic? All right. Given a polynomial in the form 0 equals ax squared plus bx plus c, I can find the x-intercept or the zeros with this formula. Okay? And it sounds like this. Are you ready? Everybody's going to be humming this song in the hallway. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, I'm going to sing it every time so you guys know it. Alright, so that's my formula. Where's my a? Right here in my equation. My b and my c. I just plug them in where I see them and solve. That's it. Now, something you need to know about the part underneath the square root. It is called the discriminant. Okay, it is called the discriminant. If this part right here, b squared minus 4ac, if the discriminant is greater than 0, you have 2 real solutions. What in the world does that mean? Okay, well look at the page on the back. Okay, look at your notes on the back page. If you have 2 real solutions, your graph is going to hit the x-axis twice. Your x squared graph, you're going to have 2 possible solutions. It's going to hit twice. If your discriminant is equal to 0, that means you have 1 x-intercept. That means the vertex of the graph is on the x-axis. There's only 1 x-intercept. Okay? If your discriminant underneath the square root is less than 0, that means you have no x-intercepts, which means it never hits the x-axis. It's either above or below the x-axis. It's not going to cross. What that means is, whatever number is under the square root, you're going to have a negative something. It means you're going to get an imaginary number. Well, imaginary numbers have to fit on the imaginary plane, right? I can't put them on the real plane, so it means they never hit. Okay? All right, let's talk about the discriminant. So I have b squared minus 4ac. Let's figure out what kind of solutions, what's my graph going to look like? Is it going to hit once, twice, or not at all? Well, take your b squared minus 4ac and plug them in. So I have negative 3 for b, minus 4 times negative 2 times 5. So I have 9 minus negative 8 times 5 is negative 40. So I have 9 plus 40. What kind of answers am I going to have if I get a discriminant of 49? That's not my solution. My x-intercepts aren't 49. That just tells me I'm going to get how many solutions? 2, because it's greater than 0. I'm going to get 2 solutions, 2 x-intercepts. Let's figure this one out. b squared minus 4ac. Plug them in. So I have 20 squared minus 4 times negative 4 times negative 25. 20 squared is 400. Minus 4 times negative 4 is negative 16 times negative 25. How much do you have when you have 16 quarters?
8.
Not 8.
4.
You have $4, right? 16 divided by 4. Got it? So I have $4. Well, this isn't obviously dollars. This is 100. So I have 400. 400 minus 400. So what kind of answer am I going to have? 1 solution. It falls on the x-axis. The vertex falls on the x-axis. Now, we are going to use the quadratic formula. This part, we just found the discriminant. Now we're actually going to find what the x-intercepts are. All we have to do is take my x equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Plug it in and solve. You guys hear me singing that in your sleep. I have a 2 times 1. B is 10, negative 10 squared. I'm sorry, negative 10 plus or minus square root of negative 10 squared. Minus 4 times 1. Plus, oh, what did I do? I forgot to do something. What's C? Yeah, I forgot to solve for 0. My fault. Or set the equation equal to 0. Add 25 to both sides so that I have it in standard form. My fault. So what's C? 25. There we go. Once you have everything plugged in, find your discriminant, find the square root, and figure out what kind of solutions you're going to have. X-intercept. So I have negative 10 plus or minus. Negative 10 squared is 100. Minus 4 times 25. What kind of solution am I going to have? 1 solution. Because look, what is my discriminant? My discriminant, 100 minus 100 is 0. So this is just going to zero out. So I have negative 10 plus or minus 0, which is just negative 10, over 2, which is negative 5. There's my 1 solution. What is it? It's an x-intercept. So what is the ordered pair? If it's an x-intercept, negative 5, 0. The y has to be 0 because it hits the x-axis at negative 5, 0. Y doesn't have a value. Not so bad. You just plug it in and solve. Now, if something is in this type of form, you just have to distribute and solve. Set one side of the equation equal to 0. So just distribute your 2, right, Latoya? I mean, not Latoya. Eve. Kiana, you with me? You writing this stuff down? Okay. So I have 3x squared equals 4x plus 2. You can either subtract 3x squared from both sides, or you can subtract 4x and subtract 2. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to do this, minus 3x squared. So I have 0 equals, 0 equals negative 3x squared plus 4x. What's that? It's from? No?
Just the other talking in third person.
Now, do you want me to sing it again?
No. Sure.
X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There you go. So here I go. Plug them in. Negative b, negative 4 plus or minus square root b squared. So I have 4 squared minus 4 times negative 3 times c2. All over 2a. A is negative 3. Now just solve. Negative 4 plus or minus square root 16 minus 4 times negative 3, negative 12. Negative 12 times 2. What?
Negative 4 times negative 3 positive.
Well, I said 4. I have minus. You can change it plus or negative. It doesn't matter. You can get the same thing. Eventually, I would have said negative 24, which would have changed it. So yeah, either way, same thing. So what kind of solution am I going to have just looking at this right away?
2.
2 real solutions. Because my discriminant, the part underneath the radical, is greater than 0. So I know I'm going to get 2 answers, 2 real answers. What are they going to be? Let's figure it out. Negative 4 plus or minus square root of 40 over negative 6. I have to come up with 2 solutions. So think about it. I'm going to have, well, first of all, let's simplify my radical. What's the square root of 40? How do I simplify that? You do 5 and 4. Or not 5 and 4. 8. 5 and 8. Or 22, doesn't matter.
2.
5 times 8, 20 times 2. So now I have the square root of 5 times 4 times 2.
Or 2 radicals of 10.
Yes, 2 radicals of 10. This is going to give me 2. Then a perfect square is 2 square roots of 10. So I'm going to replace my square root of 40 with 2 square roots of 10. And then when I split up distribute my negative 6, I have 4 6 plus 2 square roots of 10 over 6. Now, I could leave it like that, but you can simplify that. 2 6 is what? 1/3. And 4 6 is what? Yeah, so I have 2/3 and 1/3. So I have 2/3 plus square root of 10 over 3. And then I have to do it the other way. This is the plus. I have 2/3 minus square root of 10 over 3. There's my 2 answers. X-intercepts. Positive. You can leave them like that. You don't need to put them in your calculator and get decimal exact answers. Now, if you'd have to graph it, you'd probably have to plug them into your calculator so you can get an answer. Questions? Am I going too fast? Anyone? Drew? A little too fast? You have this written down? Okay, we're going to do one more.
You got it.
Follow along. What?
Broke my race.
Sorry. Here you go, Luke. I got something for you.
Oh, yeah. Purple. Atta girl.
All right.
That was someone's goal.
Yes. What color?
Green. Pink for my deer. Okay, pink.
Yeah, better shop than you. I'll clear across the room.
You want one too?
Yeah,
What color?
it doesn't matter. Blue.
Purple.
Ready?
Doesn't matter. I guess.
Well,
Now, let's keep going. Let's do one more. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. You guys have memorized by test time, huh? All right.
no.
Negative 12 plus or minus the square root b squared, so I have 12 squared, minus 4 times 1 times 35, all over 2a, 2 times 1. I'm not going to talk while I solve this one. I want you guys to try to solve it at the same time that I do and see if you get the same answer. Okay? I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to solve mine. You want the imaginary solutions? That's why we did that section first. My imaginary solution would be negative 12 over 2.
Yeah, you did your multiplication wrong.
Yeah.
What did I do?
140 something.
Yeah.
It's 100.
4 times 35 is 140.
Be 12, yeah, so 14 there.
So my answer is way wrong.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
thank you. So I was wrong.
Yeah, there's
Alright.
2 solutions.
There are 2 real solutions. Okay, so I
Yeah, don't go down.
messed that up. Thank you.
No homework for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
False, but we try.
No.
So square root of 4, which is easy. So negative 12 plus or minus 2 over 2. Ooh, nice. So I have negative 6 plus 2, and I have negative 6, not 2, 1, plus 1, and negative 6 minus 1. So I have
See that?
negative 5 and negative 7. My 2 points are negative 5, 0, and negative 7, 0.
See that right?
You guys get it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kind of?
She's over here telling me, it's no solution, it's no solution.
I thought so too. You messed up with me.
Oh no, she was just going off what you were saying.
No.
She's
I
like-
couldn't multiply. Thank goodness that you guys can, 'cause I couldn't. All right, your homework is a worksheet.